Hello and welcome back. Today I am in the Sperrin Mountains in the very beautiful Gortin Glen Forest Park. The last time I was here was back in February, and that was the day I tried to fly my drone up the water, up the waterfall, up the Pollen Burn, and unfortunately managed to hit a branch and dunk it into the pool below the waterfall, and that was the end of my drone. Oh dear. Well, since then I've replaced the drone, and you would have seen some nice drone footage hopefully of some of the sights that I saw this morning on my way up here. So I've just come down off the top of the little summit here that I was up on today. It's not the easiest one to say, and I'm probably going to mangle the pronunciation, but I think it's Curraghchosaly. It's 416 meters, and it's just right on the edge of the Sperrins, and directly opposite Mullaghcarn, which you should see just across there on the ridge opposite. So I was sitting watching, looking across there, having my lunch there just a few minutes ago. I ended up coming off the summit to have my lunch. It's not the nicest spot up there. It's very, very boggy, lots of pools of water, lots of heather, and there's a horrible communication mast on the top of it. And also it's very cold today. It was freezing overnight. The first of proper winter is finally arriving with us, just now at the end of November. Temperatures were down below zero last night, and although the sun's out and it's an absolute glorious day here, I'd say it's not much more above 2 or 3 degrees. Managed to forget my gloves today. I know exactly where they are, but they're not here, and I could feel my fingers quite numb as I'm walking along today. And what I actually noticed as well is in some of the shaded areas where there's pools of water, there's still ice on the surface of the puddles. Hasn't melted at all today, and some parts of the ground a wee bit crunchy still underfoot. So, but absolutely glorious day to be out. You know, you wrap up warm, and this, you couldn't get better than this. Visibility is amazing. On the drive over here this morning, there was quite a lot of fog, and I was actually hoping for a cloud inversion at the top of the hill, but the sun, once it come into Gortin itself, the sun was out quite strong, and it's burnt away virtually all of that fog that was hanging about this morning. So the benefit of that though is that it's absolutely beautiful weather for walking in. It's nicer to be walking in bright sunshine and blue skies than to be walking in the fog, I guess. But we'll save fog inversions for wild camping maybe. What I did get though was I put the drone up when I was up at the top of the summit, and you could see quite a lot of fog still lying out over Strabane and Newton Stewart, round the back of Bessie Bell and so on, so that was quite nice to see. This is a walk that I have been thinking of since the last time that I was here. If you remember back, if you were following the channel then, I was back here in, just at the end of January this year, and there was a bit of snow on the ground. I went up the top of Mullaghcarn, and there was quite a lot of low cloud, and although I knew there was a sculpture on the top of Mullaghcarn, I didn't realise how big it was. So whenever the giant appeared out of the low-lying cloud, kind of appeared off to my left and kind of caught me by surprise and scared the absolute life out of me for a few seconds. But today when I was sitting having my lunch, I was sitting looking across at Mullaghcarn, and you can see Darach the giant sitting proud and very clear on the top of the hill up there now. Guardian of the Glens, looking down all over Tyrone, Derry, looking out over across Donegal. So must be a cracker view from up there today. I was saying that I had a good view from the top of where I was as well. So as I say, I have been thinking about doing this walk since that day. Someone commented on my video that time and recommended this walk that I'm doing today. So it's a Wednesday afternoon now, and I'm unexpectedly off work midweek. It's only a couple of days since I was at Murva Beach, and I had a couple of days extra leave to use up before the end of the year. So today is one of those days, and couldn't think of a better way to spend it. I wanted to do a fairly simple walk. I wasn't interested in anything too technical or mountainous today, and this is perfect. Apart from one short stretch where it was across what was an old peat cutting area, turf cutting area. I came across the kind of boggy access track. Apart from that, I've been on, similar to what I'm on here now, this kind of typical forest, gravelly, stony trail. And Gortin Glen, being a recreation area, is really, really well signposted. So you're not going to get lost in this walk anyway. I started off in Gortin Glen Forest Park itself, down in the main car park, walked along the pollen burn, the infamous pollen burn that ate my drone the last time, but I've forgiven it because it's so beautiful. Out onto the main road, crossed over onto a little minor road, and then eventually back into the trees again. And I've been following the trails on this side of the glen ever since. Return is very much the same way, with a slight loop and bringing me back down onto the same minor road and back into the forest park the way I came. What I would recommend for anybody that is thinking of coming here to do this is, if you have the time, I won't have it today unfortunately, is to, when you get back into the forest park, to follow the pollen burn right the way up to the top. Keep going up past the car park up to the turning point, and then back down again to the car park on the opposite side, and you will see some of the beautiful waterfalls that are along the pollen burn. It's absolutely beautiful walk to do. I did it a few years ago with Katrina in quite thick, deep snow, and it was the most magical experience. But on any day, it's going to be beautiful there. So by the time I get back to the car park, I should have about 7.5, 8 kilometers walked. Just after having my lunch there at 2:30. So what time is it now? It's 2:45, and you can really sense that the sun's disappearing. It's getting quite low in the sky over there now, and I guess by the time I get back to the car, it's not going to be far off dark. But it's great to get a day like this time of the year. So as always, thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for coming along with me and on this return visit to Gortin Glen Forest Park. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.